Big Guy Fitness Daily Journal, day 24. Main topic of the day is going to be dealing with injuries. Last night I played some tennis, my usual Tuesday night tennis. Everything was going great until pop. My my right quad kind of popped a little. And I kept playing, everything was fine, and then I made another quick move about half hour later, and it popped again. And that probably was not a smart move. I could have probably dealt with the first one, but the second one ended up, I tried to serve a couple times. I couldn't push off that leg, so I just called it quits, and I never do that. So, yeah, today I'm having a rough time because last night I went home, I iced it. While I was at tennis, I actually put some Tiger Balm on it, which is pretty glorious stuff. Then I got home, put a heating pad on it, massaged it a little bit, but it was a little rough. It was really tight. Then I went to sleep, and the problem was I would roll over and everything felt fine, and I kind of forgot about it, and in the lull of sleeping. And then I turned really quickly and go, oh my God, that hurt. So I kept not re-popping it, but definitely re-aggravating it. And so today, on the question of the day short video I put out there, hope people comment because I'm curious about this. So comment here if you watch this too. Love to have a discussion on how you all deal with injury, because this is the first injury I've had since doing this in almost a year of doing this exercise, weight loss stuff. And I've been pretty consistent in working out and dieting. So if it wasn't, even if I took some time off of working out, my diet was always pretty strict. Even if I was doing a maintenance phase and I was eating a lot more and I was eating some not so diety stuff, I still was focused on what I was doing. I was never overeating. I was always making sure there was a plan for the day to a certain extent. But as far as exercise, I just was always pretty spot on with staying consistent. But now this is the first hiccup, and I'm like, man, what do I do? So the first walk of the day here, I was like, I was rolling around. When I rolled out of bed, I was like, this kind of hurts. Do I even go on a walk today? And I was a little bummed about it, a little lethargic this morning. So I was like, getting in my head. But then I talked myself into it. I said, hey, listen, let's get that sun that you need to get. So that motivated me. Plus I was like, hey, you get to, warm up your day, listen to some good music, get inspired, do these videos, get these out of the way so that I can get on with my day. But it's going to be challenging to see how the walk goes. So the walk, I'm at a 17 minute mile, 17 and a half. Usually I'm at 13.5. So this is a slow walk. And it feels good. It's definitely tight. And I'm wondering if I'm going to go on my second walk. It's going to be interesting when I relax and I massage and heat this right after this, see what happens. So the question really is, do you push it? How much do you push it? Do you just give it a good few days off and don't do anything about it? I'm curious what everybody's thinking they do, and what works and what the theories are. So I think today, even with my exercise, today's a leg day. Of course it would be, right? So today is going to not happen as far as that exercise regimen goes. So instead, I think I'm going to do I'm going to do my back. I'm going to do my shoulder, upper back, my lats. I'm going to do some pulls with the cables, some overhead pull downs. Nothing that I really have to stand and do. It's going to be interesting because, this throws off my whole mental state of how the week was going. I had this whole planned agenda. Now that's a little screwy. So anyway, I'm going to make this a short one today. And, but injuries, it's interesting. I could imagine. I have a shoulder that pops out from time to time. It was dislocated a real long time ago. And there's a calcium buildup, so that activates once a year or so, and I can't even move it for about 2 weeks probably. I have to end up using a pulley rope, hold one end of the pulley rope, And then the other one, I pull it up slowly while this arm just kind of goes here, and that's as high as I can go. And then a little more, and then that's it. And then the next day I'll do the same thing, but it'll come up to here. And then it takes a week and a half before it doesn't hurt. A lot of times there used to be painkillers involved, and I just don't use those as much anymore. So, but that injury, yeah, that keeps me down, because especially a shoulder, it's a ball and joint, a ball and socket. So if you lay back, it's falling back. If you're holding it here, even if it's in a sling, your arm's kind of pulling down. If you're forward, it's moving forward. There's no point where there's a resting point, even in a sling, because gravity's always pulling it down. So for me, that shoulder injury is devastating. A leg or something, you could at least sit on a couch and raise it and take all the pressure off your joint. Yeah, I'm thankful this isn't a more severe injury. Anyway, so that's that. The music listening for the day is some Skid Row. Watch that short. I talk about the craziness of the 80s, how the albums would come out all the time. Actually, cassettes would come out, right? In our day and age, there were cassette tapes. And we had Walkman, and we had all this silly stuff. The 80s were a glorious time of just fun stuff. Somebody posted something that said how crazy our days were back in the day. We used to, in art class, this is so funny. In art class, we used to make ashtrays for our parents. Remember that? Ceramic ashtrays? Like, you had a choice of what you wanted to make. You could, in ceramics class, you could make, just a clown or something, just silly stuff. And one of the options was to make an ashtray. That is so absurd. What a weird time. But Skid Row, awesome. I didn't learn a lot of their guitar stuff because it was not as riff oriented as I wanted it to be. Same thing with the guitar solos and stuff. They weren't as acrobatic as I like. I like things that have a lot of complex things but still sound musical. But 18 in Life and I Remember You, those two solos were so iconic and so well written or composed. I did learn those, and I actually transcribed those for Guitar Breakdown, so if you want to check that out, that is on my other YouTube channel. You can check it in the description below. And yeah, that's about all I got. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Hope nobody's injured, but please comment, because I'd like to know what your strategies are when you are feeling injured or something. Also, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Share these videos, because that's how I can have more of a conversation with people about this. I really want to do this journey with a bunch of people and see what's working for them and what's not. Here comes a big giant truck, so I am going to be out. I will talk to you all on the next one. Be healthy and happy.